Hey guys, back with another reaction. I want to get like I need to buy a stream deck. I'm gonna start streaming soon. I want the douche, bah, I want all those sounds. But today, I am going to react to Say You're Sorry Culture War Showdown. Jesus Christ Superstar, Howard Stern, Harry, and. No, listen, yeah. Listen, Piers. Piers, I don't know what beef you have with Megan. I don't know what beef you have with Megan. But my guy, please just leave them alone. Leave them alone. What is your like? I know you're a YouTuber now and a journalist, but this is not journalism. Enough, man. I don't want to see Megan in none of your titles. Not nothing. I don't want to see no Megan Mark in none of your titles. What the hell is wrong with these people? Anyway, I do FFP. I do like Piers Morgan. There's certain thing I do agree with. I do agree with. I do agree with him. I thought he was racist. I thought Piers Morgan was racist. The stuff he used to say about the black culture and certain things, and the way he will give less criticisms to a certain background compared to another background. You know what I mean? And the whole Israel situation against the whole Israel and Palestine. At first, he was very pro Israel. He wasn't pro conversation. He was pro Israel. So when he was saying every time a guest he invited on his show, and he spoke about they support Palestine. The first thing he will always ask was, would do you condemn Hamas? Do you condemn Hamas? And I know what he's doing there, but not one time has he asked anyone, do you condemn Israel? And yesterday I watched the interview. Was it the Note Boys when they did the interview with Netanyahu? I never watched it. I never watched it because I knew they wouldn't do the real research, and I wouldn't either. So certain people I wouldn't have on my show, you know. But if I had someone on my show and that has so much scrutiny against his name and what he's doing in Gaza and so on, the questions I have the money to hire a team. I'll hire a team, you know. But again, the issue is with Israel. The issue is not with Jewish people, and I think people are confusing the two. Cause I do understand that the people in Israel say Israel is a Jewish country, but I didn't know Jewish people were. I didn't know Jewish was a race. I thought it was more religion than a race. So for me, it confuses me with that. But I'm not really informed. But the way Piers Morgan spoke on Gaza at first compared to now, it's because it's the more obviously what they're doing is crazy. What happened in what IDF are doing in Gaza, shooting, killing, wherever. But it's not Jewish. It's not because they're Jewish. Do you understand? There's many Jewish people that don't like what's happening here. So it's not about Jewish people. It's about the Israeli government. Same thing when it comes to Islam. When the whole terrorism stuff and the whole nonsense. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Pause. And the whole sorry. And the whole I completely where I was left off, so my camera did something funny. Anyway, I forgot where I was. However, let's react to this. This has nothing to do with Gaza and Israel. It's not nothing. Yeah, this is something to do with. So the actress, what is her name? Sylvia Avaro. A bisexual British black woman is playing the Messiah in a new production of the musical Jesus Christ Superstar at the Hollywood Bowl. My opinions, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Just because of playing with people's religion. You know? I'm not saying Jesus Christ was a white man, black man. I don't know. I'm not here to discuss that. I'm not here to say whatever. I was not. I don't know. Where he's from, if you give me information, cool. I don't know. I'm Congolese, and I'm Cameroonian, and I'm British. Do you understand? That's what I am. So please, I don't know, but me, honestly, I wouldn't. Many people follow that religion and many other religions, and I think every religion should have the same courtesy and same respect, because that wouldn't happen in Islam and that wouldn't happen in Judaism or Hinduism. You know what I mean? So that's my opinion. Anyway, let's react to this.
Why do you want these people to destroy your theology if you're Catholic, sir? They're going after your theology on the public stage. What is wrong with you? You're not a Catholic. You're a pretender.
What is wrong with you?
Give me a break.
What is wrong with you that your faith is so weak?
I mean, they could at least put a wig on her.
Ernest, I saw you perform one of the great eye rolls in Uncensored History just then.
Adam Sandler, look at that. There's a movie star. You grossed over $4 billion.
I didn't know that. I'll take it.
$4 billion.
He went from being the anti-establishment guy, the voice of the working man, the voice of the so-called little people, and he went full Hollywood.
I believe in a mix of stronger gun control laws, mental health support, and community engagement.
Talk about dancing on the graves of the dead. That's sick. The reason it was uncomfortable to you, Pierce, is because it was sick.
Oh, look out. Something just came onto the floor.
Final word to you on dildos in the WNBA.
Yeah, I saw that.
Words I didn't think
That was crazy. That was crazy, but it wasn't
we've been
that.
told that theatrical roles should only be awarded to actors of the corresponding gender, race, or ethnicity. The strict moral code applied only to the oppressed minorities, which is why there are phrases like yellow face, Jew face, and trans face for describing roles usurped by boring Caucasians. But what about the role of Jesus Christ, a celibate Jewish man with Middle Eastern skin tone? That's been awarded to Cynthia Erivo, a bisexual British black lady who's played.
Let's continue.
Playing the Messiah in a new production of Jesus Christ Superstar at the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh my gosh.
Copilot, how do I simplify my research?
Well,
I will say this. I haven't seen it. So the acting might be great. The storyline might be amazing. But I'm just going from the perspective of how it's been rolled out. You know what I mean? That's my thing, how it's been rolled out. It's a rollout where many people will go and watch it to see what it's about, because that's a crazy, was it crazy type? I won't call it typecast, but that's a crazy casting. I will say this. I would love to see the rehearsals. Oh, wow. That is crazy.
the reviews have been mixed, and gushing right up in the LA Times spoke of a magnetic, heaven-sent performance that established God the Savior as a queer black woman, as many of us suspected might be the case all along. Ben Shapiro, however, called it emblematic of a feeling that the left is trying to dissolve the culture of the United States and a culture division between the Sydney Sweeney Americans and the Cynthia Erivo Americans. So which one is it? Well, here to debate all this and lots more from the world of pop culture, the host of The Crucible, Andrew Wilson, uncensored contributor Esther Krakow, the white dude for Harris,
She is
host of
hilarious.
Endless
That
Urgency,
woman there
Mike
is
Ellis,
hilarious. She is
and
hilarious.
our very own Cynthia, Ernest Owens, author of The Case for Cancel Culture. You'll be amused to know, Ernest, I think. Welcome back to Uncensored. Always great to have you. But on the panel notes I was given by my team, says Andrew Wilson, right, Esther Krakow, leaning right, Mike Nellis, left, Ernest Owens, off the charts woke.
Wow. Okay.
That just made me laugh. I shouldn't probably have read that out, but it was very funny. Anyway, that's how you're all seen. That's how you're all seen, and it made me chuckle. Let's start with you, Andrew Wilson. So, from a musical perspective, I've read a lot of reviews this morning about this. Full disclosure, I'm good friends with Andrew Lloyd Webber. I think he's a complete genius. Jesus Christ Superstar, when it came out in the 70s, was deliberately designed to be very provocative, as we know, but it's never been as provocative as this performance.
Okay, now I'm getting some context. So there was a Jesus Christ Superstars in the 70s. Okay. If that's the case, and there was no outrage then, or maybe there were outrage, I just don't play people's religions, innit? Like, I might not be a religious guy, but I respect people's beliefs, because those beliefs have made people do amazing things, but at the same time made people do horrible things. So I'm just gonna do what I can do and just do me. That's the main thing. Let's hear this.
What is your response to it? I mean, from a musical perspective, it's been heralded as a great triumph, but obviously many feel it's crossed a line. What do you think?
Oh, it's been heralded as a great triumph, has it? When are they going to do Muhammad on Ice?
Oh,
so
I
what
knew
they
it.
do...
I knew it. Bro, I didn't even get the... I knew it. I knew that was coming. So that gets... I knew it. Wow. Sorry. Didn't I sleep today? I had a great sleep, so I don't understand why I'm yawning. Let's go.
Is they're banking on the fact that there is Christian pacifism and that we won't give the sorts of violent pushback that they would get if they were mocking other religions. So they kind of bank on that. What this is homosexual infiltration, once again, of the church. This is what they do. This is all they do. This is a GLAAD award, Nosferatu-looking chick. And here's what they did. They didn't just get everything wrong. They didn't even include the resurrection, any of the Christian themes. The whole thing is a total mockery. And who cares if a bunch of liberal, a bunch of liberals write up, oh, this was great. This was a musical masterpiece. Of course they're going to say that. That's what they do. That's how propaganda works. This entire thing was designed to attack Christianity, and it's always that way.
My friend ordered this gel polish and changed her manicure every 10 days. This gel polish can be removed in 1 minute.
These adverts, the reason why I'm not removing the advert is because when I did music, I did adverts on some of my songs, and it helped me. The reason why I'm not blocking it is because I know there's going to be some young artists that's putting their music on the YouTube ad page, and I found that rapper Young Fruins from the ad page as well, so I can't complain. You know what I mean? So let's go.
Ernest, I saw you perform one of the great eye rolls in Uncensored history just then, but I do think Andrew has a point. There's absolutely
themes. The whole thing is a total mockery. And who cares if a bunch of liberal, a bunch of liberals write up, oh, this was great. This was a musical masterpiece. Of course they're going to say that. That's what they do. That's how propaganda works. This entire thing was designed to attack Christianity, and it's always that way. That's the way it always is.
Ernest, I saw you perform one of the great eye rolls in Uncensored history just then, but I do think Andrew has a point. There's absolutely zero chance that Hollywood would have staged a musical like this which openly mocked the tenets of Islam, for example.
I think that Jesus Christ Superstar in its creation, the whole title, if you ever seen it, have you actually seen it, Andrew? Like, if you actually seen it, everything that you're saying would actually be argued that it's already been done. Like, no children are watching this to learn about Christ. The type of people that you're thinking of that would be offended by this would probably not even spend the kind of money to watch this show live and would not have any interest to watch it just because they know that it is an adult themed musical that is meant to be provocative since it was in its inception for decades.
It's meant to mock Christianity, right?
I mean, you can say that. I
Isn't
find it
it?
to be satirical.
Yeah,
I don't.
it's meant
that way.
to.
I don't
It's
see
meant
that
to
way.
mock Christianity. Just be honest
That's your
about it. Just be
opinion.
honest
No,
and say,
well,
Andrew, it's meant to mock Christianity. It's not for you Christians to watch. We're mocking you. That's what we're doing. That's what the point is.
Well, I mean, if you have a taste for sex.
I will say, listen. I think the Christians do have a right to be upset. I think they have the right to speak what they want to speak because they've been following this religion. Remember, in their lives, in their families' lives, granddad's lives, great grand. So I understand where Christianity or any type of religion is not it's who they are in a sense, because they give thanks to God that who I am today is because of this religion, that religion, wherever. So I do understand why people will be offended by it. I do. You know, I do understand. And I don't know, man. It's a tricky one. With free speech and so on, can you really shut down someone for speaking their mind? You know, so it's very hard. It's very difficult. Let's continue.
Satire and humor, you can appreciate that as a Christian. I think a lot of people who know Cynthia Erivo, she sings gospel phenomenally well. She's an incredible singer, and she's done several different types of shows, and she has a range of that. And so for anybody who wants to take this seriously, make a culture war out of it, I mean, is this the case for cancel culture part two?
I don't think the argument here is that Christians are allergic to humor. I think the argument here is that it's clear that you would never do this with the Dalai Lama, for example, or with Muhammad and the Islamic religion. And so I think that's where people take issue with it. And actually, the original Jesus Christ Superstar was quite consistent with what happened in the Bible in terms of the theology behind it. This is just basically a bold black. I mean, they could have at least put a wig on her. It's so weird.
Wow, she said this is a bold. She said this is a bold black man. She said this is a bold. At least put a wig on her. Yo, this is crazy. Yo, that is. Oh man, she said it. She said it. I didn't. She said it. I didn't say it. I'm reacting to it. She said it. Very before me.
Seeing had the crown of thorns on her head, and it's just basically this bald, shiny head. They're clearly taking the mickey out of what actually happened. And on the point about the homosexual infiltration, I'm sorry, I think the Catholic priests beat this play there a few decades ago on that front.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
did they beat it like the public schools? Like the public schools beat it?
Piers Morgan wanted to laugh. Piers Morgan, I understand why he keeps on bringing her back, because she is hilarious and she does something to the show. You can tell her face, like she's not really like. Oh man, Piers Morgan knows how to pick a panel, or if it's him or his team, I don't know, but his name in it. So
10 or hundreds of times rate of sexual molestation of children. So when you talk about predators, for instance, guess what? Predators go where the children are. This is no exception for secular institutions like public schools. So I don't know why you people use this as a talking point. It's a terrible one.
Get 25.
How many adverts am I gonna deal with? Huh?
Mike Nellis. Let me bring in Mike Nellis. I would say this, you know, as a Christian, I'm a Catholic, right? I do think one of the best things about my religion is that we can laugh at ourselves, right? We can self-lampoon. I often laugh at some of the absurdities of my own church, for example, and the fact that Christians have a better tolerance level for mockery than other religions is something to be proud of, isn't it?
Well, I think all the comparisons to Islam are really silly stuff. And I'm going to say this as a practicing Catholic. If your faith is so fragile that you're offended about a black woman playing Jesus Christ and Jesus Christ Superstar, you've got bigger problems than what's going on in the culture war. Second, we've heard a lot of, you know, frankly, some really weird comments about like homosexual infiltration of American society. Like Andrew over there is complaining about people preying on children. I haven't seen Andrew say anything about Donald Trump being in the Epstein files or releasing the Epstein files on here. So I don't really think...
Batman's really. I'm not American.
That's just a red herring. It's a little red herring. Why do you want these people to destroy your theology if you're a Catholic, sir? They're going after your theology on the public stage. They're taking out the resurrection, a romantic relationship between Jesus and Mary. What is wrong with you? You're not a Catholic. You're a pretender.
What is wrong with you?
Give me a break.
What is wrong with you that your faith is so weak that a play in Hollywood that's going to be shown...
You are commanded to defend your faith, sir, as a Catholic.
I'm defending my faith right now. My faith is how
you're going to defend it by rolling over and letting them kick you while you're down, huh? That's you defending the faith of Christ?
My faith is in practice. And my faith is not going online and complaining about musicals. And making
you're online complaining. You're online complaining right now, and the thing is you're attacking Christians and saying, "How dare Christians be offended?" What's wrong with you? You're a Catholic. Andrew. You're supposed to defend the faith. Defend it.
I'll defend my faith.
Oh, but Andrew, let me jump in. Andrew, did you? Hang on, Mike. I'll come back to you. But just Life of Brian, Andrew, Monty Python. Did you find that funny? Today's show is brought to you by Oxford Natural, makers of the Optimum Day and Optimum.
Hey, man, guys, go and watch this. This is Piers Morgan. Say You're Sorry. It came out. When did it come out? Came out 2 days ago. No, this came out 3 days ago. This is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Piers Morgan knows how to pick a panel. Like I said, I got a love and hate relationship with Piers Morgan. Sometimes he's talking sense, sometimes he's being biased. You know, when low-key got in with the whole working for Murdoch situation, you know, nothing was said from that anyway. But guys, when you're reacting to stuff, please make sure you watch. Make sure you're a fan of it, because if you don't, it's going to be a dragging thing to react to. But I actually enjoy watching Piers Morgan, and I do enjoy